Right now on Up with KREM, Spokane Public Schools has reviewed your responses to their survey about a possible new stadium in town.
Just because they said something positive doesn't mean that it's a slam dunk.
This morning, we're going to go over the results and the timeline of the stadium saga. Plus, Comstock Park is back open 3 months after the 2021 windstorm. We're talking about what you should know before you give the park a visit.
And we're taking you outside on this mild Thursday morning. It's Friday Eve, and we're taking a look at your weekend weather forecast.
Up with KREM begins now.
Here at 6:30, we've been telling you all week about the ramp meters opening up across Spokane. Well, another one is opening today. Starting in the past half hour, the eastbound ramp at Hamilton Street will have its own ramp meter. So this morning, we want to know, what do you think of these new traffic lights? You can vote in our live poll. We're showing you right now those results. Or you can text us directly at 509-448-2000. Do you think they're helping regulate traffic? Is it too soon to say? Do you feel like traffic hasn't really changed? Whatever your answer is, we want to see it, and we'll check that in just a few minutes. We also want to say good morning. Thank you for joining us here on Up with KREM. It is so much easier, Jeremy, to have such a great morning when we get sunrise shots like this, right?
Oh, absolutely. And it's warm outside. For some reason, that makes showering and getting dressed easier in the morning. I don't know why that is, because I would like to believe that my house is at a constant temperature, but for some reason, it just makes it easier.
Maybe subconsciously you just see the sunlight and you're kind of like, I want to get outside and absorb that too. So you rush through it a little fast. I don't know.
Yeah, that could very well be it.
Yeah.
I like that theory. I'm going to go with it. But let's get everyone outside who's watching. They're going, okay, get to weather so I can get outside. And all right, here we go. Early on this morning, temperatures are on the mild side. We are in the 40s here in Spokane. It's nice and warm across the inland northwest. That's the case for just about everyone. 37 in Coeur d'Alene, 34 in Sandpoint, 42 in Moses Lake, and 43 in Wenatchee. It's a mild start to the day, no doubt about it. The other thing, well, we're getting rid of some of the wind. Light wind now turns into, I would call this light wind gusts. When you're talking wind gusts in the teens, that's relatively light, especially compared to where we've been the past couple of days. But it also comes with plenty of sunshine. Remember all that sunshine we saw yesterday and the day before that, the day before that? Well, we hang on to that sunshine throughout the day today and as we head into the day tomorrow. So what you need to know is that temps are on the rise. We're starting out the day with temps in the low 40s, and by this afternoon, we're in the mid to upper 60s. It's going to be a beautiful one for us here in Spokane, but if you're outside of Spokane, don't worry, you get the warm weather too.
Love it. Good stuff. Hey, this morning we are learning the survey results of a new downtown stadium. It will be home to Spokane Public Schools football and soccer games, plus the potential of bringing a new professional soccer team to the city. The Board of Spokane Public Schools did review the results of a massive survey yesterday, asking people what they thought, not only of the new proposal to build the stadium downtown, but also the potential of the Joe Albee site. Our own Tim Pham joins us with a breakdown of what we know and more on those plans moving forward. Hey there, Tim.
Hey, good morning, Joshua. Yeah, you know, ever since those renderings came out, this really generated a lot of buzz. Obviously, the renderings were very exciting for people who want the stadium in downtown Spokane, and that generated a lot of buzz when the survey came out. So about 7,700 people weighed in, and about 5,000 of the people that weighed in were in favor of a downtown proposal for this stadium. So yeah, a lot of buzz around this. A lot of folks like the central location of the stadium being downtown and feel like it will be better for accessibility and the local economy. Still though, there's plenty of people who want the project to remain in northwest Spokane at Joe Albee. Arguments for that include the result of the advisory vote, concerns about parking in downtown, and the effect the stadium could have on the nearby Spokane Civic Theater.
Just because they said something positive doesn't mean that it's a slam dunk. You actually still have to listen and come up with a solution that's going to meet the needs of people and consider their concerns.
So school board members rescheduled to discuss the issue at the next meeting, which is next week on April 21st. However, they haven't said if they're going to take any action at that meeting or if they'll make any sort of determination. So they're still kind of in that surveying period of this project. But of course, we'll follow every step of it for you and keep you updated. Live in Spokane, I'm Tim Pham. Back to you.
Here at 6:34 this morning, the trial for the former police officer charged with the death of George Floyd continues for its 14th day today. Now, just yesterday, a key defense witness insisted Derek Chauvin was not to blame for George Floyd's death. Instead, Dr. David Fowler raised other possibilities, including carbon monoxide poisoning. The prosecution argues that Floyd died because Chauvin's knee was pressed against his neck area for more than 9 minutes. They did get to Fowler to admit that Floyd should have been helped when he went into cardiac arrest.
All of his injuries were in areas where the knee was not.
There was a time when he may have been revived because he wasn't dead yet.
Immediate medical attention for a person who's gone into cardiac arrest may well reverse that process, yes.
Now, as of this morning, it is still unclear whether Chauvin himself will take the stand during this trial. Of course, we'll be checking into the courtroom once the trial continues this morning at 7. We will have that for you over on the CW22. Meanwhile, protesters turned out again last night after Brooklyn Center's mayor called for calm in the wake of Daunte Wright's shooting death by a former police officer. A prosecutor announced a second-degree manslaughter charge now faces Kim Potter. She's the 26-year police veteran who shot and killed Wright during a traffic stop on Sunday. The former police chief, who also stepped down, said Potter mistook her gun for a taser. Potter was released from jail yesterday after posting bond and will make her first court appearance later today. Looking locally here in the Northwest, Comstock Park in Spokane is back open. Of course, the park reopening this week after 3 months of cleanup and repair from the January windstorm. Let's take a look at some video right now. We can show you the windstorm damage on the left compared to what it looks like now on the right side of your screen. Now, the early 2021 storm did kill 2 people and left more than 200,000 people without power for days. The city of Spokane says the storm resulted in $700,000 worth of damages as well across the city.
Comstock Park on the South Hill lost about 50 trees. Just the impact, incredible. It looked like a war zone. And then we traveled up to Audubon, went to Downriver, through several of the neighborhoods. The city so far has lost about 140 trees in our parks. Of course, that's not even counting neighborhoods.
And the city is still urging visitors to use caution if you plan on heading to the park.
Well, it is time for your speed feed, stories you may see on social media today. All right, country roads could very well wind up taking you home. West Virginia is launching a program with a big incentive. The Ascend WV program will pay people $12,000 to relocate to the Mountain State. The program also includes a year's worth of free outdoor recreation, gear rentals, and access to a co-working space. I mean, come on, we live in Spokane. It's hard to beat the Inland Northwest.
2-1 pitch. Turner hits a fly ball, left center field, way back, and gone! Into the home run seats. 3-0 Dodgers. Speaking of mustard and stuff.
Oh, you're going to want to check out your screen on this one. During the Colorado Rockies and LA Dodgers game, Justin Turner's home run in the 3rd inning gave the Dodgers a 3-run lead. It also ruined a poor fan's nachos along with his sweatshirt. Oh man. Thankfully, the Dodgers provided him with more nachos and a Dodgers World Championship sweatshirt. All right, and Busch Beer is looking for a dog to work as its chief tasting officer for the brand's dog brew, which launched last year. The duties include taste testing the alcohol-free bone broth and serving as an ambassador for the product. The position brings a $20,000 salary, pet insurance, and free dog brew. Owners can enter their furry friend for the jobs position on social media. Yeah, get to work. Lucy, you're not bringing in any money.
Yeah, Tangeroo, I know you're watching at home. Quit being a bum.
Yeah.
It's pork stock. You're going to love it.
Yeah, I mean, come on. It's bone broth. It's got incentives, so you got to get to work. I'm sick of Lucy just mooching off me.
You know what? These bum dogs, Jeremy, just not bringing any revenue home, and then they just eat all our food. It's time for them to get a job.
I can't wait to go check the emails after this. The people are going to be like...
Well, we'll also let them know, Jeremy, that you and I are both probably submitting Tangeru and Lucy to try and win this.
Yeah, have you seen Lucy, those ears? She does this thing every time I take her to a coffee shop. She uses those ears to trick someone into giving her a treat. Maybe it'll work here.
Love it. Hey, we got a guest you're not going to want to miss.
Okay.
Jeff Dunham is joining us live after the break to talk about his performance coming up at Northern Quest Casino and Resort. That's after the break.